This video is sponsored by Surfshark. This is what the jacket you wear says about you. If you wear a leather jacket, there are two types of people. Number one, you like to think that you're mysterious and you think that other people think you're mysterious, but everyone knows exactly what's going on. You want people to think you ride a motorbike. You don't. You want people to think you're in a band. You're not. You bought this after watching Drive and pretending it was deep, and the leather is kind of stiff and squeaky, but you tell yourself it'll break in. It won't. Or number two, you're a girl who watched too many Instagram reels about downtown girl. I want to be a downtown girl. Your Pinterest board is just different angles of Alexa Chung at Glastonbury. If you wear a Carhartt jacket, you either work an actual trade or you are part of the great Carhartt migration where blue-collar workwear somehow became streetwear. And if you're not actually cosplaying blue-collar workwear and you actually got this at the workwear station at an actual hardware store, then you're entitled to financial compensation for being culturally appropriated by graphic design majors. If you wear a denim jacket, either number one, you want people to think you look cool, but also you don't want to put in the effort of thinking of a good outfit to make you look cool. And also you don't want to look like you try too hard, okay? That like defeats the purpose. The most effort you've put into this look is deciding whether to cuff the sleeves or like leave them scrunched. If you wear a denim jacket with pins on it, then you have a tote bag and a Kanken bag and you arrange your bookshelves in rainbow colors. If you own a black trench coat, either you have a real job or you want people to think you have a real job. If it's a structured black trench coat, then you watch a lot of noir films and you hope that people think you look like you came out of a noir film. If it's an oversized black trench coat, then you read Joan Didion one time and then you kept mentioning it in conversation afterwards. You also overuse the word Kafkaesque. Like you'll say like, I was canceling my gym membership the other day, but they made me click the "Are you sure you want to leave?" sign so many times. This is so Kafkaesque. Like what the f are you talking about? Either way, you spend a shit ton of time in doorways adjusting the belt. If you wear a trench coat that's in any other color, then this is the "I have my life together" coat, or you want people to think you have your life together. You walk very quickly in your like little thick-heeled ankle-length Chelsea boots that do like the clap 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 up and down the sidewalk, and you drink iced lattes in the winter, but like only if it's oat milk. If it's a beige trench coat, you also read the cut unironically, and you really just want to be like a cunty Parisian woman, but you're not. You can't be. If you wear a school jacket for a school that you go to, then this means you go to this school. That's it. That's your whole identity. If you're in university, you go to this school and you also like stole 5 of these in your first week as a freshman, and you'll continue to wear these for the entire time you're there, and nothing else. If you wear a jacket for a school you never went to or have no association to, this means I got this at a thrift store and I thought it looked cool. And also, if people think I went to Harvard or Oxford University, then I'm not gonna dispute it. I'm not gonna lie and tell people that I went to Yale University, but like if people see it on my hoodie and they think I went to Yale University, I'm not gonna be mad at that. If you wear a cardigan, you like to overthink everything, and you tell people that you like to overthink everything. Your hobbies include knitting, baking cookies, and your favorite one, which is sitting in your room and overthinking that time 3 years ago when you brushed the back of your crush's hand accidentally, but also it could be not accidentally. Maybe he really likes me. It was just like one time, almost kind of, but it was so romantic. If you wear a fleecy Sherpa jacket, then you like being comfortable all the time. You just love being cozy and shit. You're probably gonna tell me it's Patagonia. I know it's Patagonia. If you wear a fur coat, you are either incredibly wealthy or you enjoy acting incredibly wealthy. This coat is either real vintage and it cost a month of your rent, or you got it on Depop for $30 and will tell people it's vintage anyway. Either way, you will loudly announce that it's fake if anyone gives you a dirty look on the street. If you wear a varsity jacket, you played a sport, or you want people to think you played a sport. If this is a thrifted varsity jacket from a school you've never been to, then congratulations, you are officially an extra in an early 2000s coming of age movie. If you wear a varsity jacket but it's just plain black, you wanted to try the varsity aesthetic without committing to any actual sport or school affiliation, so this is like the safe option. This is like the training wheels of varsity jackets. If you wear a varsity jacket that is clearly not yours, then you either stole this from a partner or you want people to think that you stole this from a partner. The sleeves are too long, but that's the point. You want people to think that you're dating someone. Look at me, I'm dating someone. Look at this jacket that I'm wearing that's clearly not mine. If you wear a suit jacket with a t-shirt underneath and you are a man in a corporate creative industry. What is a corporate creative industry? Stuff like advertising, or you direct commercials for insurance companies with dogs in sunglasses riding a skateboard. You wear this because you think it makes you look professional, but also, I'm cool and relaxed. You say things like work hard, play hard, unironically. Before this video continues, I'd like to tell you about today's sponsor, Surfshark. So I use Surfshark VPN to protect my online data because if you know, anything about me, I'm literally always in a coffee shop. I'm in a coffee shop more often than I'm in my own house. And I'm not trying to get my identity stolen by a dude drinking an iced frappuccino. That is literally the most humiliating way to become a victim of identity fraud. Surfshark basically acts like a force field around your data whenever you're on sketchy public Wi-Fi, which if you think about it is all public Wi-Fi. It encrypts everything you do online and it hides your IP address, so it isn't just floating around for hackers or corporations to just look at it. Also, if you live literally anywhere besides like the US or Europe, then you know that some content is just never available in your location. You are literally geo-blocked on some websites, like a 1300s Silk Road merchant being geo-blocked by the Mongol Empire. It's like the internet version of when like a pop star goes on a world tour and the world tour is London and New York. But with Surfshark, you can swap your device's location to virtually travel to 100 different countries and access content libraries that you'd normally miss out on. The best part about Surfshark is that it doesn't track or store anything you do online, and they also have features that help block ads, malware, and phishing attempts. If you're interested, you can try it out for yourself by going to surfshark.com/crystal to get 4 extra months free of Surfshark. And if you don't like it, they have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so it's completely risk-free. If you were a Harrington Jacket, then you are either number 1, 60 years old, or number 2, you're a 20-something indie guy who Googles mod fashion style inspo. People like to describe you as well-dressed in a way that implies that you are a little insufferable. If you wear a gilet, yeah, I work for one of the big 4 accounting firms, and we just do a lot of work with like tier 1 investment banks. My focus is generally on international swaps and derivatives, but we have a lot of interaction with VCs. Yeah, it's pretty interesting, but I can't tell you that much about it because everything is highly confidential. There's a lot of regulatory oversight, compliance frameworks, cross-border risk assessment. Sorry, did I lose you? Anyway, it's a very dynamic space. If you wear a puffer jacket, your outfit philosophy is simple. Warm. You have no time for silhouettes or tailoring, only warm. Your only fear in life is stepping into a store and like immediately overheating, but also it's like you're in there for like a short amount of time, so you don't really want to have to go through the hassle of taking off your jacket and then putting your jacket back on, so you kind of just stick with being incredibly sweaty for 10 minutes. If you own a Northface black puffer, there are 2 constants in the UK. Number 1, weirdly whimsical pub names, and number 2, these jackets. Bonus points if you're wearing these with Sambas. God forbid you're still wearing these with Air Force Ones. Double bonus points if you had the same one since 2016 and just refused to retire it. If you wear a neon windbreaker, this means I like to ride bikes. I ride bikes a lot. I talk about riding bikes a lot, and all my friends like riding bikes, and I am one bad crash away from starting a cycling Instagram. I own multiple pairs of Oakleys. If you own one of these neon windbreakers, then you love telling people how the windbreaker is for safety, but deep down, you just love that everyone can see you. If you own a windbreaker but it's not neon colored, then you have been on a hike exactly once, and you bought this for that hike, and you wear it now because it's practical. You have never been practical a day in your life. If you wear a blazer that's a little too big, then you saw this on Pinterest and convinced yourself that the oversized look is effortless and chic. In reality, you borrowed it from your dad. You keep pushing the sleeves up to make it look intentional, but they keep falling down. If you want a corduroy jacket, then you love autumn. You want it to be autumn all the time. You have either an acoustic guitar or a collection of poetry books, possibly both. You pretend you're the main character, and honestly, you kind of are. If you own a parka, you believe in function over fashion. You are practical, logical, sensible, but most of all, you are an exciting conversationalist and everyone likes hanging out with you at parties. If you're wearing a Lever's hoodie, then either number 1, I graduated last week, or number 2, I peaked in secondary school. Your fondest memories involve sitting on a curb drinking energy drinks with people you don't talk to anymore. In my opinion, right? You're allowed to wear your Lever's hoodie for a maximum of 2 years after the year you graduated. Any longer than that is diabolical. This is a cry for help. Hi, this is an announcement. I am now selling PDF versions of those flowcharts from the flowchart videos. If you want a hard copy of those flowcharts, you can now get them on my Ko-fi page. If you purchase these, you get both the light and dark theme of the same file, and it's literally just for if you want to support this channel. Like, the videos are gonna stay free forever. You can continue to enjoy those, but if you want like a static version, then you can purchase that. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you wear one of those Ballet Shrug things, then you are on your way to Pilates, or ballet, or something that involves a leotard underneath. If it's Pilates or bar, you talk about how this is the best kind of workout because it keeps you lean, it's low impact, and it's lengthening. If it's ballet, you will complain that bar and Pilates are not ballet. You will rant about how they stole the culture of ballet and the aesthetics of ballet, but none of the artistry or athletic ability of real ballerina. If you wear a dress shirt that you keep unbuttoned, then this is the first step in 2 separate pipelines. First pipeline, you you were a straight man who is trying fashion for the first time, this is like baby's first attempt at layering. Dudes love this. It's like if you imagine a t-shirt as like the default clothes option on your little video game character, then like the first outfit you unlock on top of that is like a t-shirt with a shirt on top of it. This is the first step in the man getting into fashion pipeline. If you start wearing rings next, then we'll know the transformation is complete. Or number 2, you are newly out and you saw a picture of Kristen Stewart in like a slouchy button-up once and you thought, yeah, that's cool, I want to try that. The next thing you know, you're wearing oversized blazers and like the Doc Martens, and then one day you'll just own a Carhartt beanie even though you don't remember buying that Carhartt beanie, what the fuck. If you start cuffing the sleeves with intention, then the transformation is complete. If you wear a cropped puffer jacket, then you want to be warm, but also you kind of want to be hot. Like this jacket provides exactly 0% more warmth than the full one, but you tell yourself it's about the proportions, okay? You have to get the proportions right. You spend a lot of time adjusting it so it sits just right. So tired, oh my god. If you wear a Shearling-lined denim jacket, you love telling people that you love classic rugged fashion. You have also never done a rugged thing in your life. You bought this jacket because you saw someone in like a 70s movie wear one and you thought, yeah, that's cool, I can pull that off. You were right. If you wear a raincoat that is clearly not waterproof, then you own this because it looks good, but not actually because it does anything. You will still get wet in the rain. You will pretend this doesn't bother you. It does. If you wear a brightly colored Patagonia jacket, then you love the outdoors. The outdoors being walking near a park holding an overpriced smoothie. If you wear a bomber jacket, then you bought this because you thought it looked vintage, but it's actually from H&M. Double points if it's olive green. If you wear no jacket even though the weather clearly calls for one, then you are one of 2 things. Number 1, you are a man who insists he doesn't get cold. I run warm. Or number 2, you are a girl on a night out. Either way, you're both doing that thing where you cross your arms and you like have your shoulders hunched over and you like telling people, I'm not that cold, it's not that cold, it's not that cold out. If you wear a military style jacket, you either got this from an actual army surplus store or you got this from Zara. And the difference between where you got this from is crucial. If you got it from the surplus store, then you like telling people that you like things that are built to last. If it's from Zara, you bought this because you thought it looked cool, and that's okay. Either way, people like to make the joke when you're wearing it that, oh my god, I can't see you, and they laugh at their own joke, but that's okay because that joke is totally original and very funny. If you own a Barbour jacket, then you grew up in the countryside, or you want people to think you grew up in the countryside. You know what a grouse is, and you refer to raining as spitting. You own at least one hunting dog, and if you don't, you will. If you want a starter jacket, then this is either thrifted, inherited, or an overpriced Depop purchase. But the sport it represents means nothing to you. You just like the colors. It's so retro, so 80s. If someone asks you about the team, you will sweat. Not ask me about the sports team. If you want a retro style track jacket, then there are 2 types of people. Either number 1, you wear this because you watch a lot of Sopranos and you think this makes you look hard. Or number 2, you love K-pop. Your bias wears the same jacket, so you need one too. If you wear a Moto Jacket, you are either actually into motorsports, but more likely than not, you've never seen motorsports in your life. You're just in your cool girl era. You saw Bella Hadid wear one of these and that was enough for you. You probably paired this with sunglasses at night. If you want a Columbia jacket, you have never hiked a day in your life, but people think you do. You know a concerning amount about breathable fabric technology, but you have no idea where you learned it. If you wear a long line wool coat, then you want to look like a mysterious woman in Europe. You tell yourself you're effortlessly chic, but it's at the cost of warmth because these coats are never as warm as you think they are. If you wear a faux leather blazer, then you identify as a fashion girly. You use that phrase a lot. You saw this blazer on Pinterest and immediately bought it. You don't even like blazers, but you like this blazer. Your entire outfit is built around this jacket, and everyone can tell. If you wear a tactical vest over a hoodie or a t-shirt, then you are deep in the streetwear scene. I am like 90% sure there is absolutely fucking nothing in your vest pockets, but I don't know for certain. I don't have proof. You might actually have like a million fucking pebbles in the vest pockets. 1 pebble for each pocket. You think this vest makes you look like a cool underground DJ. And it does. If you wear a blazer with shoulder pads, then you believe in power dressing and pantsuits. Yeah! Girl boss. You think this looks corporate chic, but it's kind of leaning dangerously into 80s villain, in my opinion. I'm sorry. If you wear a jacket that is clearly your dad's, this is nice. It smells like old cologne and there's a receipt from 2006 in the pocket, and you will never take this coat to the dry cleaners, no matter how disgusting it gets. If you wear a Nike Windrunner jacket, then you are either number 1, an actual athlete, or number 2, you're someone who wants to look like an athlete. If you wear this zipped all the way up, then you are faster than the rest of us because you're so aerodynamic. If it's unzipped, then you really just like the color blocking. If you wear a hoodie under a denim jacket, then you still think it's 2013. You think this makes you look effortless, and it kind of is because it's the only thing you wear. If you wear a shiny black puffer jacket, then you like looking expensive, even if that jacket is from Zara. You also definitely check your reflection in a shop mirror at least twice twice today. If this jacket is Moncler. If this jacket is Moncler, then you want people to know that you have money. Or at least that you once had money before you bought this jacket. If you are a Corduroy Blazer, then you own too many moleskin notebooks. You have handwritten letters in your bag right now. You pretend to enjoy films, not movies, that are just long shots of people staring out windows. If you wear a Softshell jacket, you not only know the difference between water-resistant and waterproof fabrics, but you have actual opinions about them. You have looked at the weather app on your phone today more times than your entire friend group combined. If you want a velvet jacket, then you say, I love vintage fashion. But what you really mean is, I like looking like an eccentric billionaire from the 1920s. If you wear a windbreaker that's like just a little bit too big, then you thrifted this from like the Y2K aesthetic, but now you unironically love it. You think this makes you look like a cool 90s movie character, but in reality, you just look like you're starting your paper route. If you're wearing a jacket with too many zippers, then you saw Rick Owens' runway show one time and it changed you. You now believe in avant-garde fashion and those weird alien shoes, even though this jacket, yeah, you bought this jacket off of ASOS. If you own a bright red jacket, you love telling people about how you just like a pop of red. It's really original, and like the pop of red just makes a great statement piece. You want people to associate you as like the one with the red jacket, or like the one with the red shoes, you know, like just the little pop of red. Yeah. If you wear a Capestyle coat, then you want to look like an off-duty Victorian poet. You probably read, or you tell people you read classic literature, but you only drop the names of like sad classic novels. You put this on and you imagine you're walking through a storm, even though you're walking through the canned beans aisle of the supermarket. If you want a cropped blazer, then you use all of the buzzwords too much, like fashion girly, slay. If you wear a jacket with a fur-lined hood, you don't actually live somewhere cold enough to buy this for practicality reasons. You just love the drama and like the flair of flipping the hood up like you're in a dramatic snowstorm scene in a movie. If you wear a quilted jacket, then you are either a retired English professor or you wish you were a retired English professor. You drink tea with both hands and you refer to books as novels. Your dream is to own a small countryside cottage and never invite anyone over. If you wear a race jacket, then you have a crush on that guy. No, I'm kidding. You like F1 because of the sport. You watch it for the sport. And finally, if you wear an Adidas tracksuit jacket, people who wear this jacket think they're one of two things. Number one, you think you're a football lad who lives for match day and argues about Premier League stats like it's a full-time job. Or number two, you're a Y2K fashion enjoyer who thrifted this and posts flashlit mirror selfies despite never having kicked a ball in their life. That's what you think you are when you wear this jacket, but when I see this jacket, all I can see is... But to be fair, that's because I love the post-Soviet aesthetic. I get excited about post-Soviet core the way white guys do about Japan. Or American fashionistas when they see a cunty Parisian woman. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my second channel, okay? This is like the second channel for if you like the low-key talking bits where I don't talk so fast. Subscribe to that. If you want to watch similar videos to this one where I talk really fast and I'm kind of mean to you, there's a huge playlist on the page. Click that. I need to do better. I need to learn how to do exits. Fuck. Thanks for watching this video, and thank you again to Surfshark for sponsoring this video. If you're interested, the link again is in the description below.